Hello, hello, hello. This is your boy Irony Boxing coming through with this, my 13th live. We're going to talk about this thing called boxing. Hmm? Of course, first and foremost, as always, God bless you all, each and every one of you. I hope you're all having a great day, afternoon, evening, whatever the case may be. Hmm? We are going to be doing our third group of 20 um, knockouts. Um, top 20. I'm sorry, our third group of 20. Eventually, we'll round up the top 100 most ferocious boxing knockouts of all time. Of course, we're not ruling out that this could and probably will extend. But for now, we are going to go up from 40 to 60. Okay. We're up to 40 already. Let me just do a quick little roundup of what we have so far. Um, we have our first group of 20 would be Luis Alberto El Venado Lopez suffered a knockout versus Angelo Leo. After that, we have Luis Alberto El Venado Lopez, his knockout of Michael Conlan. After that, we have Marquez versus Pacquiao 4. After that, we have Pacquiao versus Ricky Hatton. God bless Ricky Hatton, rest in peace. After that, we have Canelo versus James Kirkland and Canelo versus Amir Khan. After that, we have Sergio Maravilla Martinez versus Paul Williams 2. After that, we have Merciless Ray Mercer versus Tommy the Duke Morrison. After that, we have Emil Griffith's gruesome knockout of Benny the Kid Paret. And after that, we have Kermit Cintron versus Walter Matisse. This is one of the nastiest KOs I've ever seen in my life. If you haven't seen this, go watch, please. Okay, so that's 10. After that, we have Nicholas the Axeman Walters versus Victor Chinian. After that, we have David Lemieux's gruesome knockout of Curtis Stevens. After that, we have another gruesome knockout of Junto Nakatani versus Andrew Maloney. After that, another, they're all gruesome, let's be honest. After that, we have Brian Norman Jr. versus Jin Sasaki. After that, we have Jerry Cooney's knockout of Ken Norton. After that, we have Big George Foreman's knockout of Jerry Cooney. After that, we have Caleb Sweet Hands Plant versus knockout of Anthony Durrell. After that, we have Gervonta Tank Davis's knockout of Leo Santa Cruz. After that, we have Deontay the Bronze Bomber Wilder versus Bermain Stiverne 2. And to round up our first group of 20, we have Iron Mike Tyson's knockout of Michael Spinks. Okay. So our second group of 20 now, we start things up with Jermel Charlo's beautiful body shot knockout of Jason Banana Rosario. After that, we have Iron Mike Tyson's knockout of Trevor Berbick. After that, we have Gervonta Tank Davis's knockout of Frank the Ghost Martin. After that, we have Carl the Cobra Ferocious knockout of St. George Groves 2. After that, we have Arthur Abraham's knockout of Jermaine Bad Intentions Taylor. After that, we have Lucas Matisse's knockout of Mike Dallas Jr. Next, we have Deontay the Wilder's knockout of Arthur Spilka. After that, we have Jermel Charlo's knockout of Erickson Lubin. Next, we have Jose Rayo Valenzuela's knockout of Chris Colbert 2. Follow that up with Nonito, the Filipino Flash Donaire's knockout of Victor Chinian. After that, we have Thomas. Oh, wow. Yeah, Thomas the Hitman Hearns, knockout of Roberto Hands of Stone Duran. After that, we have David Tua's knockout of John Ruiz. After that, we have Dickie Eklund's knockout of Alan Clark. This is another gruesome knockout I invite you to watch. These two I emphasize because they're not high-profile fights, right? Like everybody's seen Pacquiao Marquez 4, the Mike Tyson ones, but these two must watch. After that, we have Oscar Valdez's knockout of Miguel El Alacrán Berchelt. After that, we have the Gypsy King Tyson Fury knockout of Deontay Wilder 3. After that, we have Gennady Golovkin, Mr. Triple G himself. Beautiful left hook to the liver from hell knockout to Matthew Macklin. After that, we have Dillian Body Snatcher White knockout of Derek Ward or Del Boy Chisora. After that, we have Andy Lee's knockout of John Jackson. And follow that up with Anthony A.J. Joshua's knockout of Francis Ngannou. And to round up our second group of 20, we have one of the most memorable knockouts of all time, and that is Big George Foreman's knockout of Michael Moorer. Okay. Let me, so that's our 40. Let's see here. Let me put up the link from now, just in case anybody want to jump in, right? Let me pin this. Okie doke. Okay. So we are about to enter our third group of 20. Hey, Smoochie, how you doing today? Thank you for stopping by. Great to see you. Just a second while I say hi to my sister here. There we go. Awesome. Thank you for stopping by. All right. So we are going to be doing our second group of 20 most ferocious boxing knockouts of all time. By the way, oh, okay, I'm doing good. How about yourself, Smoochie? Good stuff. If you have a knockout that you want to recommend to me, please go ahead and and type it in the chat so I can add it to my list. All right, there we go. All right, we are going with our third group of 20 now. See, we have Mr. Aaron Woodard. Let's see, let me pull you up, sir. Hello, can you hear me? Okay. Dropped out. Okay, so we continue with our third group of 20 here. The first one will be Gerald McClellan's knockout of Julian Jackson. As you can see on the screen there, Julian Jackson is one of the scariest punchers probably in boxing history. Gerald McClellan just never gave him a chance to get in the fight. Okay, this was a stunning knockout. Highly recommend to watch. Okay. This is our first knockout of our third group of 20. There we go. So we follow that up with, oh, I'm sorry, hit the wrong button. 2 fights, right? 2 nasty knockouts from Mr. Big George Foreman to Smoking Joe Frazier. This is just a horrible matchup, obviously, because yes, Joe Frazier gave Ali all he can handle and a lot of other people, but this guy, George Foreman, is just something else. Just cannot deal with that guy's power. He doesn't have the ability to get out of the punches as others such as Muhammad Ali has, or maybe like an Evander Holyfield has, right? And he just got mauled on those two fights. It's actually hard to watch. It is. Um, all right, so that's our second and third, so to speak, right? Because they fought two times, and it was basically the same fight over and over again, right? um, but shout out to both men, needless to say. Of course, as I said before, Big George Foreman is my all-time favorite heavyweight boxer, number one. Larry Holmes being a close second. Anyway, let's keep going here. We follow this with a really nasty knockout, a knockout that made me very upset. And that is Jayo Petaya's knockout of David Nika, because I was upset, I guess, and maybe I'm a little too hard um, on um, on this one, but I don't think I am, because Jayo Petaya, yeah, it was interesting. It got a little dicey for Mr. Petaya at first. Yes, David Nika tried to seize this opportunity, because if you don't remember, he Opetaya was set up to fight Hussein Sin Cara, which he is fighting now. Absolutely, he's number one. But back then, I think it was back in January, if I'm not mistaken, and he had to pull out, and David Nika stepped in, late replacement, and he was bad. It was bad. I mean, he got interesting, like I said. It got a little dicey for Mr. Opetaya, but he just. The thing is that he caught him, right, and then he was like trapped in the ropes, but he was out, and then clocked him again with a left hook and just fell badly into the canvas. I was angry because I felt the referee should have stepped in much earlier than he did. Wasn't the case, obviously. But what are you gonna do, right? It happened, and I highly recommend this knockout. This is one of the most ferocious knockouts I've ever seen. Okay, so we follow that up with an amazing knockout of Mr. Adonis Stevenson to Chad Dawson. This was in the very first round. Chad Dawson, if you don't know, was very highly touted up in the 175 division. And obviously, he got dealt with Andreas or G. Ward, and obviously Adonis Stevenson, but nobody expected this. Nobody expected this, especially in the first round. Just clocked him with a straight left hand, and that was all she wrote. He couldn't recover. We followed this with Dimitri Pirog, the gentleman to your left here, knockout of Danny the Miracle Man Jacobs. Now, it's worth noting that Dimitri Pirog was an unbelievable fighter. Great footwork, great head movement, great punch placement, great timing, great boxing IQ. He simply had to retire because of a bad injury on his back. Okay. Nevertheless, this was unbelievable knockout. Okay. Let's see. 1 second. Okay, we follow that up with Joe Smith Jr., aka the Common Man, knockout of Bernard Hopkins. Bernard the Executioner, by that time I think he was the Alien. Nevertheless, it was a knockout where Mr. Hopkins went out of the ring. It was a pretty ugly sight. Fell through the ropes and went straight out of the ring. Nasty fall, and obviously that got Joe Smith Jr. a fight with, Bivol, Zurdo Ramirez, Beterbiev. He fought all of them, obviously came up short, but I've always liked Mr. Joe Smith Jr., to be honest with you. I've always liked him. As blue collar as a boxer can get right there. Okay. I think they called him the tree card or something. He had a company of that or something like that. We follow that up with another nasty knockout, and that's the bronze bomber Deontay Wilder. You know, that's the specialty of the house, right? The knockout of Dominic Brazil. Okay. We have showcased Wilder's knockout of Stiverne 2 and Arthur Spilka, okay, in each of the first two groups of 20, and now we're honoring him again on the third group of 20, courtesy of Mr. Dominic Brazil. And yes, Helenius is coming, but that's for later. Anyway, that's Deontay Wilder KOing Dominic Brazil. All right. We follow that up with Anthony A.J. Joshua's knockout of Robert Helenius. This was a super nasty knockout. Yeah, the Wilder could have been. I think oh, this is debatable, isn't it? I mean, who, you know, and God bless Mr. Helenius, obviously, but it's debatable who was the nastiest of the two, right? Was it Wilder? Was it AJ? Nevertheless, AJ got the job done. Um, not one of my favorite fighters, of course, but nevertheless, you know, job well done here. Um, we follow that up with Rocky Marciano's knockout of Jersey Joe Walcott. The first one, Jersey Joe Walcott was basically dominating the fight, and then Marciano caught him with the right hand from hell, famously called it the Susie Q. Let me type it in the chat. Susie Q. That's the label for Rocky Marciano, whose real name is Rocco Francis Marchegiano, otherwise known as the Brockton Blockbuster or the Rock of his Times. Job well done, Mr. Marciano. What a legend. And God bless Mr. Walcott as well, obviously. Great fighter. Actually, Marciano said his toughest fight, the toughest man he ever saw in the ring was Jersey Joe Walcott. And this is a man that fought Joe Louis, Esser Charles, Roland Lastars, I mean, you name it. So that's a prestigious honor in and of itself. And they really liked each other outside of the ring. Okay. After this, oh boy, here I go messing up again. See? Give me a second while I pull up the image of the next knockout. Here we go. Okay, the next one is Thomas the Hitman Hearns, the one and only. Okay, knockout of Pipino Cuevas, who was himself a knockout artist. Okay, this was an unbelievable knockout because this was before Hearns became famous, right? This was still quote unquote contender, prospect slash contender, quote unquote Hearns, but he hit Cuevas with a missile of a right hand, and Cuevas did this weird, like he flamed his body. You see one of those what you put like in car dealers, those things that move really awkwardly, like I don't know. Go, maybe I'll share screen and I'll show it because it's worth seeing. Hearns knockout Cuevas. Just the body language after that missile of a right hand hit him. Just oh boy. Let's see, Cuevas. YouTube. One second. This is worth seeing. This is really worth seeing. Maybe I can see a short or something. We'll see. Hearns KO Cuevas. Hearns stopped Cuevas with. Okay, now we're talking. Okay. Give me 1 second. I'm gonna show you this. Oh. Yep. Let's share the screen and show. Share screen. Share. Okay. Okay, here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Right? Hearns stopping Cuevas. Pay attention. See how he's measuring him out? See? Measuring him, measuring him, measuring him. Okay, that's it. Oh, you see that? Wow. That's Thomas the Hitman Hearns, ladies and gentlemen. Okay. Okay. Now where was I? Okay, yeah, there it is. Okay. That's an unbelievable knockout. I've never seen another fighter do that motion after a punch hits him. Never seen it. My brother Ty is in the house. How you doing, Mr. Ty? Great to see you, sir. I'm halfway there on my list of 20 knockouts. Have you seen this one? Have you seen Tommy Hearns and Pipino? Let me do it. Let me do it again. Give me 1 second. Turned off buns and basketball to see what you're cooking. Yeah, I'm just doing my third group of 20 knockouts. I'm up to, I put Gerald McClellan and Julian Jackson there. I put both Foreman Frazier. I put Opetaya Nika. I put Stevenson to Chad Dawson. I put Dimitri Pirog and Danny Jacobs. I put Joe Smith Jr. and Bernard Hopkins. Wilder Brazil, AJ Helenius, Marciano Walcott, and I'm up to Hearns Cuevas, which is my 11. If you haven't seen this KO, let me just share the screen here. Let me show you, my brother. This is just unbelievable stuff. Unbelievable stuff. You see how he's measuring him out, right? Measuring. There you go. He measuring him. Okay, that's it. There you go. Bam! You see that? Have you ever seen somebody do that, Ty, after they get hit by a punch? Oh boy. Jermel, Banana Rosario, that was the last one. And I put Jermel and Lubin as well. Yeah, yeah. Oh yeah, he made the list. Absolutely. He made the list twice. And actually, he should make it with his knockout of Jorge Cota and also Hugo Centeno. Harrison is a good one. Castaños, oh man. Well, Castaño, made it to the must see fights, but yeah, okay. You know what? Let me write it down here. Absolutely. Absolutely. I can't believe I haven't put Gary Gamache there, to be honest with you. I can't believe it. Jermel Harrison and Jermel Castaño. There we go. That's going in my fourth list of 20. Yes, sir. Okay, so we were in Hearns Cuevas. We have next, let's see, what do we have next? Oh, wow. Yeah, this was a knockout that I've seen before, knockout of the year 1995. It was recommended by a brother of mine. His name is Ab McQueen. And that is, let me give you the name, Vincent Petaway's knockout of Simon Brown. Oh, yeah. I forgot about Boots and Castile Clayton. Man, how did I? You see? Man, I got bad memory. Boots versus Clay. No mas. He made him say no mas. That was a shade at Duran. I am watching you. Yeah, that was the Vincent Petaway versus Simon Brown KO. Let me write it in the chat. That was the one when the dude was in the canvas throwing shots, bro. That was a horrible sight. Horrible sight. Nasty knockout right there. Let's see what else we got. We got 8 more to go. Oh boy, this is This is probably the most gruesome knockout in boxing history. And the reason why I say that is because, well, first of all, this is the Manasa Mauler to your left, Mr. Jack Dempsey, versus Jess Willard. Oh my goodness. This was like literally like a lion versus a hyena. Um, and Jess Willard was huge, right? Like he was very big, and Jack Dempsey, as we all know, ain't the biggest dude. You know, he's like Rocky Marciano size. You know, um, but good God, I mean, Jess Willard took the beating of his life. It's very hard to watch because back then you didn't have like the 8 count. You know, when the referee was counting, the other dude was right there, like literally right there, just waiting for the referee to say keep going, to just blast wham on him again. You know, very hard to watch this one. Jack Dempsey versus Jess Willard. This is 1919, fellas. This is a minute ago. Nevertheless, it's worth to watch. Very, very gruesome stuff. After that, oh, Alexander Povetkin's KO of Dillian White, number one, a beautiful uppercut knockout. You know, Dillian White has a knack for uppercuts, man, like for real. AJ, Tyson Fury, Povetkin, you name it. Nevertheless, obviously, Dillian White beat him the second time, but okay. This was a great KO by Povetkin. Obviously, he popped 30 and all of that other stuff, but as a knockout, you know, really good because Dillian White was basically, you know, dominating the fight. And after that, Povetkin caught him just flush, and he obviously couldn't recover. Okay. All right, we keep going here. What else we got? This was, oh boy, yeah. This was Nonito Donaire's knockout of Fernando Montiel. It's it's debatable. I maintain that this is the most impressive knockout of Nonito Donaire's career. Obviously, we got the Victor Chinian knockout, okay, and we got a few others, but this one, because Montiel was also a champion, knocked him out because Montiel was throwing his like overhand right, and Nonito rolled with it, but and caught him flush with a counter left hook, and it was nasty because Montiel fell and started like I don't want to say having a seizure, right, but damn near, you know, was that because he was doing these, you know, awkward movements on the ground, and yeah, it was really bad. Highly recommend you watch. Prime Donito Donaire is a problem for anybody, past or present. I said it. Prime Donito Donaire, yeah, go beat that guy. Yeah, then come talk to me. Anyway, next, obviously, right? Yes, convulsing. That's the word. Thank you, brother Ty. Yeah, that was bad. It was really bad. Um, we have, of course, Iron Mike Tyson, the best prime in boxing history. Anybody can say what they want. That's fine. I'm sure that's debatable. I never seen a prime like Mike Tyson. Never in my life. And this is Francois Bota, so this was not in his prime, obviously. But nevertheless, great knockout. Great knockout, satisfying knockout. Francois Bota was pretty dicey when it came to cleanness. He definitely had seizure. Oh man, yeah. Fernando Montiel. I remember that fight as if I watched it yesterday. That was an unbelievable knockout by Mr. Donaire. Um, all right, we have Tyson and Bota. Okay, what else we got here? We got like 4 or 5 left, and that's about it. Oh, of course, we have Lennox. Okay, so we have the first one and the second one, right? Obviously, the first one, this is Lennox Lewis versus Hasim Rahman, right? And the first one, Lennox Lewis got caught because Lennox Lewis is, let's be honest here, Lennox Lewis is 10 times a better fighter than Hasim Rahman. And this is no disrespect to Mr. Rahman, obviously, but he just got caught. He got caught. He made a bad judgment call. He pinned him on the ropes, and Lennox Lewis was in the motion of throwing a left hook and just caught him flush in the chin with the right hand. And Lennox got up, bro. Like he got up. Can you believe it? He got up, but they stopped it. Because he wasn't in any condition to continue. But props to the Lion there, and you're gonna like what I have next. You are going to like it. There is Sweet Lady Redemption for Mr. Lennox the Lion Lewis versus Hasim Rahman 2. What a beautiful punch. So you hit me with the right hand, I can hit you with the right hand too. Just saying. That's what Lennox is saying right here. I got a right hand on my own, you got a chin too, so wham! Just. Yes, sir. That's Lennox the Lion Lewis righting his wrong. Okay, just like he did with uh what's the freaking it's Max. Oh, can you believe I don't remember? No way. Oh, Oliver McCall, man. See, Oliver McCall. Got it. Yeah. See, I had a minor brain fart for a second, but it came back. Yeah, Oliver McCall. Same thing. Got caught on the first time, make amends in the second one. So, job well done, Mr. Lewis. Um, Next, we have, what is this? Oh, Jesus. This is Manny Pacquiao's knockout of David Diaz. This is one of the most one-sided fights I've ever seen in my life. I should make a list of that, like a list of boxing most one-sided fights. Like Mayweather and Gotti, or Mayweather and Marquez, or off the top of my head, I mean, Beterbiev versus Callum Smith. um, uh, yeah, quite a few come to my head. Like like one-sided ass whoopings. One-way traffic. And this is right at the top of that list. Manny the Pac-Man Pacquiao versus David Diaz. And this was a horrible knockout because he fell flat on his face, as you can see. And yeah, just and this is prime Manny. So nothing left to say right there. What else we got? Okay. We are one or two left. Only one left. Okay. Oh boy, of course. Juan Manuel Din. Oh yeah. Yes, indeed, Smoochie. It was tragic. Yep. And this is Juan Manuel. We round up our third group of 20 ferocious knockouts with Juan Manuel Dinamita Marquez knockout of Juan Diaz, the second one, and an unbelievable uppercut. And here's the thing about the uppercut: if that punch catches you on the motion of you dipping your head, oh boy, it's yeah, it's horrible. And this was one of the greatest. Obviously, Pacquiao 4 is his, flagship performance, right? But this is right up there. This is right up there, and also the Michael Katsidis fight is up there, um, for Mr. Marquez, and also Joel Casamayo. Oh, I can think of quite a few. Yeah, can think of quite a few. And that is it, right? Yeah. Then we round things up. We're up to 60 now. Must see or most ferocious boxing knockouts. Um, and we have a couple of things that we can talk, like um, Janibek versus Lara. Smoochie and Ty, who you got in Janibek versus Lara? I'm gonna go on a limb, and I'm gonna say Lara. I'll be the elephant in the room. You know, I'll take the place of the elephant in the room, and I'm gonna say put it on the chat here so it's on record. I'm rooting for Erislandi Lara. I do recognize the fact that Janibek is no joke, obviously. I've seen the Vincenzo Gualtieri fight and the Denzel Bentley fight personally. I gotta see at least 3 more to make a full assessment, okay? Obviously, Lara is up there in age. He's coming off of the Lara's last fight was Danny Garcia, right? I don't think he I don't think he fought after Danny Garcia, but I could be wrong about that. Okay, Smoochie's saying Janibek, but it would be dope if Lara could come back and win. Wouldn't it be dope, Smoochie? I'm right with you. I'm right. I kind of feel like Janibek is going to win just on age and momentum is on his side, quote unquote, right? Because Lara has some resume that's 20 times better, but I mean, Janibek got nobody remotely close to an Austin Trout or to a Danny Swift Garcia on the resume. And I'm sure I'm missing like at least three more names, right? Um, but man, I mean, Janibek's got all the momentum on his side. I don't know. We'll see. I think that competition, that lack of top competition for Janibek will eventually, be his demise probably. But uh, now, does this mean that Bud Crawford is going to fight Carlos Adames, Bronco? I mean, that's what I think it means, right? But I don't know. We'll see. Now, this Sufa boxing nonsense, right? The deal with this Sufa boxing with Dana White and Turkey and all the rest of it, because I don't know the whole thing, right? But I heard that Bodega Tai says, I'll be waiting for the weigh-in, even in Lara's. I'll be waiting for the weigh-in. Even in Lara's advanced age, he still has a shot. Janibek is a tough. Yeah, it's a tough one. I just want to see. Okay, I just want to watch him cook. Yeah, yeah, I want to watch him cook too. Yeah, that's probably a wise thing to wait for the weigh-in, see, how their body, each of their bodies are at, and everything, how dehydrated or lack thereof they are. Um, yeah, he still has a shot. Lara still has a shot. He's very dangerous. Always dangerous. Always dangerous. I'm rooting for Lara. I'm not gonna lie, but yeah, you're probably right. Let's just pump the brakes, right, and wait for the weigh-in. Rumor has it that that's gonna be on the Lamont Roach versus Pitbull Cruz card. That will also supposedly have Manny Pacquiao versus Rolly Romero. We'll have to wait for that one. That's, I believe, on December, right? Yeah. It says, yeah, I hope Lara doesn't age overnight. Yeah, me too, bro. Me too. It would be a shame because, I mean, we'll see. And this will also prove on the flip side, right? This will also be like Janibek's, okay, are you really that dude? A moment, like this is really going to be Janibek's opportunity to answer the question, are you really that dude? Um, we shall see. Hopefully, nobody pulls out, for that December card. Everybody makes it. No Mickey business, right? So to speak. Um, so the Sufa deal with, Sufa boxing and Dana White, I heard a few things that didn't necessarily liked, right? Because Dana, for all the things, for all the bad things that are on Dana White, right? And there are a bunch of them, okay? We don't need to get into personal stuff, the wife, the this, the that. We don't even need to get there. Just on the UFC, fighter pay alone is enough to just hate the guy, right? Um, I will say one good thing about Dana White, okay? And no, it's not the fact that we get the best fights routinely, even though that's debatable, okay? Yeah, we had Khabib versus Connor, but yeah, we never got Tony versus Khabib, did we? We never got Anderson Silva versus GSP, did we? You know what I'm saying? Like we never got Fedor versus Randy Couture back in the day. We never got Fedor Emelianenko versus Brock Lesnar back in the day. I don't know about that. Yeah, we have a bunch of them. Obviously, we got Jones, DC. We got, I mean, you name it, right? But yeah, there's a few the stinkers there, Mr. White. Anyway, the what I'm hearing here. Okay, I'm sorry. The positive thing to me is that he made losing not a big deal. That's, I don't know if that's his doing or not, but he definitely has something to do with it, because if I'm gonna put you the best fights, number one fights number two, number three fights number four, you know what I'm saying, right? If the best are fighting the best, and we cannot turn around and be like, as we do in boxing, calling these dudes bombs, no good, overrated, blah 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 blah, overnight, we cannot do that. So, outside of Khabib, and John Jones, because let's be honest, that loss is a that ain't a loss. That was a DQ, a bullshit DQ, and he is dirty as holy hell. But that elbow wasn't a 12-6 elbow. Okay, I know what I'm talking about. I did MMA for a while. Um, the outside of John Jones and Khabib Nurmagomedov, I mean, everybody's lost. GSP has lost multiple times. Anderson Silva, I mean, you name it, right? Well, Demetrius lost to Triple C, and that's about it, right? Cejudo. Um, everybody loses there. It's not a big deal, which it should be and used to be in boxing. Okay, so that's one good thing that he's done. Is he the only responsible for one? Certainly not, probably, but he does have certain something to do with it. Okay, back to Sufa boxing, right? Sufa boxing, I heard a couple of things. Again, I don't know the whole thing, okay, but I heard that they're gonna do their own belts, their own rankings, and fighters that are assigned to them cannot fight fighters that are not signed to them. So on one end, this is like presented to you like this option, right? We're just an option, aside from the W's and the IBF, right? Well, not really, not really, because let me see don't tell you what I'm seeing here, okay? They're gonna take over the sport by doing this, by signing all the top stars. Now, can they sign 100% of the top stars? Probably not. But who's standing right next to Dana White? The man with the money. The man with the money is sitting right next to him, right? Turkey Al Sheikh, right? I says that league finna be basura, basura. Like Doctor would say, know your fucking place, trash. I kind of hope it is. I'm not gonna lie. I kind of hope it is because what they're doing is that they're presenting themselves as an option, kind of like a Jake Paul, right? Like an MVP promotions. Okay, you can sign here. We're not stepping on any toes, but yeah, you are, because once you sign 80% of the stars in the sport, then you have the leverage for everybody who's on the come up or about to become a free agent to sign with you, because otherwise they're not going to get, you know, who are they going to fight? So on one end, you're not going to take over the sport, but I know what you're doing. Now, could I be wrong? Obviously. I mean, but I don't think so. He's not here to take part. He's here to take over, okay? Is that going to happen overnight? No. No, that's impossible. But it's probably going to happen, guys. Like, they're under TKO, that's WWE, UFC, you name it. Okay. Um. All right. So I just wanted to get that off my chest. Certainly, I'm going to be doing a lot more research on this, and especially, there's another thing that he said on an interview, Mr. Baldy. Otherwise known as Uncle Fester, otherwise known as Dana White, right? He said on an interview, we're not changing the Muhammad Ali Act. We're just adding to it. I mean, do I look like I was born yesterday? I mean, maybe I do, but I wasn't born yesterday, okay? Okay, I wasn't born yesterday. Okay, so you're not gonna go and replace XYZ with ABC, but we're adding to. You are changing it, bro. You're changing it without telling me that bro. Don't insult my intelligence like this. Don't like. Come on, man. If you're not gonna change something, it means that you're not gonna do anything to it. If you are going to do anything, I mean something to it, like adding to it. Yes, you are changing it, bro. We're not born yesterday. We're not. Ty says, with that pay scale, they're not signing or creating any stars. They'll be signing the Chris Colberts and Abney Gildren. Yeah, of the world. Yeah, probably. Yeah, most likely they'll have kind of like a pro box type thing going on, and I love pro box. Okay, a lower level pro box type of thing going on, but you know what? I got a bad feeling, Ty. I got a bad feeling because the man with the money is right next to him. Like they have an ace up their sleeve. I can smell it. You know. They have an ace up their sleeve. They're doing this with the legal route, with the political route, with the whatever route. Like, man, I don't know, man. Like, I hope you're right, bro. I hope you're right. Um, Ty says that weak ass amendment was them trying to change it in their favor because they tried to do away with it and got stopped. Okay, thank God for that. Thank God. Yeah, you know that if they have their way, if they get enough leverage and enough power on this space, they are going to overrule the Ali Act. Like they are going to do it. Listen, guys like you and me, we're like you, me, doctor, all the usual suspects, right? The guys that actually care about this thing and don't see it as entertainment on a Saturday night only. Um, let's be honest here. We're what, 10% of the people that watch boxing? Okay, let's be generous. Let's say we're 20%. It's bad math, bro. It's bad math. Most of the people don't care. They don't care. They just want to see fights. That's it. And maybe I'm too pessimistic. Maybe I gotta lighten up a little bit. Yeah, maybe yeah. Maybe we're doing more research that'll happen. With Turkey, it's hope, but as long as Dana is there, the TKO. Yeah. Oh, okay, okay. I see what you're saying. With Turkey, it's hope, but as long as Dana is there, the TKO league won't. Yeah, yes, Dana. I don't think he's gonna. I don't think he will do exactly the same what he did in the UFC because the UFC is different. UFC outside of Pride MMA, which was ran by the Yakuza, by the way, there wasn't really any dog in town as far as MMA was concerned. Right back when the UFC first came, and I lived through that whole time. Okay, they were able to acquire Pride and then Elite Strike Force and a few others because there was nobody else. Like the sport was in its infancy and everything. This is different. This has been around forever. So I just think that man, I don't know, man. I got a bad feeling. I'm telling you, I have a bad feeling. Uh, I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. Because why wouldn't you want to negotiate with other? I mean, obviously, I mean, let's be honest here. They'll tell you that they won't negotiate with other promoters, but if you got like a Canelo and Crawford fight on the table, or let's say that you have what can we come up with here, like a Benavides and Bivol fight, or something like that on the table, they might do this exception like they did. Okay, they did an exception with Conor McGregor and Floyd Mayweather, right? Like they can do an exception here and there, but by and large, they've said up front, they've said, listen, we're not interested in negotiating with any promoters. If you sign with us, you cannot fight against somebody that is not signed with us. So off the bat, that's like, man, you're the new kid on the block, and already you want to take over everything. Like, you know, um, I don't know. I'll have way more information on my next stream for sure. But we'll see, man. We'll see. I don't know what boxing's gonna look like a few years from now. Hopefully, it's good. Anyway, what else we got here? Oh, look at that! It says here, IBF orders Raymond Murataya to defend lightweight title versus Andy Diamante Cruz. What's up, Ty? Oh, let's have it. Let's have it. The on again, off again fight between IBF lightweight champion Raymond Muratalla and mandatory challenger Andy Cruz appears to be on again. Eddie Hearn told Ring that the sanctioning body ordered negotiations to begin this week. This was written when? Give me a sec. When was this thing written? Oh, today. Okay, today. We're up to date here. We're still in the 21st century here. Okay. All right. Murataya and Cruz Crown. Yeah. For November 22, that's not going to happen. Terms couldn't be reached. Murataya moved on to negotiation versus Kid Austin, but obviously he's fighting Jojo. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Okay. So they're entering negotiations. So let's not get too excited here. Okay. But Yeah, I am excited. I'm not gonna lie. Needless to say, I got Andy Cruz in that fight. I know who Ty got. Smooshy, if you're there, who you got in Raymond Murataya versus Andy Cruz? Okay, what else we got here? Uh, oh yeah, this fight Nathaniel Collins versus Cristobal Llorente. That's over at the featherweights. Okay, we'll see. Promoter teases big Nigeria homecoming fight for David Adelaide. Oh yeah, I remember he was there with Itauma and Lawrence Okoli. Back in the Glanton versus Brown fight card. Ty saying top rank tried to duck by trying to get Raymond to fight Kid Austin, but failed to realize he was closing on it. Okay, okay. Golden Boy said, "Hell no, he will be fighting our guy Jojo." It's always Golden Boy, isn't it? It's always Golden Boy. What a freaking coincidence, huh? And yeah, Top Rank's got his thing too. They know Murataya, and listen, he's pretty good. Okay, let me just. Yeah, I don't wanna sound like an idiot here, right? Murataya is pretty good. Okay, he is, but he's to me a front runner. Okay, he's a front runner. That's fine. Um, but I think Andy Cruz is too good for him right now. Okay, right now, I think Andy Cruz is too good for him. This is just me, obviously, but yeah, I'm pretty confident. Okay. Oh yeah, the David Adelaide for December 19th. Do we have a rumored opponent or something? Humbled by former WBO champion Chris Billiam Smith, outpointing him 6 months earlier. Okay. Yeah, this unbeaten heavyweight prospect Emmanuel Odiase. Keep an eye on this guy. Okay, obviously he had a guy with like 9 or 10 losses in that fight, but interesting fighter right here from Nigeria, Emmanuel Odiase. He fought on that Nigeria card a few days ago. Okay, undercard of Brandon Glanton versus Marcus Brown. Ty is saying Eddie Hearn pressed the issue about Raymond trying to wait to the last moment to take a voluntary to end. Eddie Hearn pressed the issue about Raymond trying to wait till the last moment to take a voluntary, to end his time from being mandated. He obviously has nothing lined up and should have no problem defending against Andy. Okay, so it backfired basically, right? They tried to wait things out, and then and now time is up, and you gotta see Mr. Diamante Cruz. Okay, how poetic, huh? And he's gonna whoop that ass. He is. Oh, okay. To extend his, yeah, of course. Yep. Gotcha, bro. Appreciate it. Yeah, I got Andy all the way. Now, listen, Raymond's gonna have his moments, especially in the first half of the fight. It's gonna be interesting. Okay, but I think Andy Cruz is special. I think he is, and I haven't forgotten about that Keyshawn Davis rivalry. Just saying. But for now, let's focus on Raymond Morataya, obviously. Okay, what else we got? So, and no rumored opponents that I see right now for Adelaide or let's see, right? The rings, my copy. Um, we'll see who's the proposed opponent or whatever for Mr. Adelaide. Right, Danny Garcia's coming up. Okay. Oh no, we have a it says here the Ugandan great John it's not Mugabe, okay? It's John Munduga has reportedly died at age of 64. This sucks. It says Munduga was one of the best fighters to emerge from Uganda during the 20th century. He turned professional in Germany in 81, along with another Ugandan great in John Mugabe. There it is. Okay, along with him. Um, made his U.S. debut in 84. Oh, look at this. He made his U.S. debut in 1984 Look at this. And he fought, and his winning streak continued until he shared the ring with Mark Brilliant. Can you believe that? Mark Brilliant, the former trainer of Deontay Wilder, then among the world's leading fighters. Yeah, then back then among the world's leading fighters, and recorded his first defeat after being when being stopped in 6 rounds. Okay, after losing to Brilliant, Munduga was stopped in four. Okay, following 5 fights, he retired in '89 with a record of 25-5 with 18 KOs. Okay, that's his name right there. And here's the link for the article if anybody's interested. This gentleman died today at the age of 64, according to the boxing scene. This was published today, 8:30 p.m. GMT, whatever that is, 8:30 p.m. Let's just call it, right? Here's the link if anybody wants to read that article. What else we got? Rest in peace, John Munduga. Okay. Oh, look at this. Derek Bozian. Okay, that's why you were asking about Jack Catterall the other day, Ty, right? It appears he's I didn't know he was working with Bozianis. Promises aggressive, versatile Jack Catterall. Okay, El Gato. Jack Catterall's new trainer, Derek Bozianis, is prioritizing improving the welterweight's defense. Okay. The 32-year-old has relocated from his home in Chorley, England, near where he long worked under Jamie Moore to prepare from Ennis's gym in Philadelphia for his fight with Eko Essuman at the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium in London for the undercard of Eubank Jr. vs. Ben 2 on November 15. The separation from his long-term trainer, Jamie Moore, came as a surprise given the widely held perception that he deserved victory when he scored the... Yeah, he deserved the victory against Josh Taylor, but is everybody forgetting about the Arnold Barboza fight? I didn't. Nah. But nevertheless, good to see him working with a Bozy. We all know Bozy can get bossy. I said once or twice, but that's a great thing. Good thing. Now I'm starting to get to like me some Catterall. Who's he fight? Oh, yeah, Eko Essuman. I'm sorry. Okay. I like what I'm hearing, Mr. Catterall. I do like what I'm hearing. Cannot lie. Well, as far as right now, it seems no more quote unquote big news, right? Says here Maxi Hughes to fight Rafael Acosta for vacant EBU title on December 6th. Okay. Lennox Lewis. Okay, this is interesting. Let me just read this and we'll probably call it. I'm going to put in the link just in case anybody wants to talk. If no, that's perfectly fine. I'll be on the Discord later if y'all want to talk as well. Here, matter of fact, let me put the link of the Discord just in case anybody is not in my server as well. I mean, I can go to Dr. Server, no problem. I love it. But I'm just saying, let me just give you my... Okay, here we go. Okay, give me 1 second. Edit, no, create invite. There we go. Copy. Okay, there's the link of the Discord. This is my server. Okay, Irony server. Okay, I want to read this article about Lennox Lewis advising Usyk to retire on top, just like he did. Where was I? Okay, Lennox Lewis advises Alexander Usyk to retire on top like he did. Okay. An aspiring heavyweight might go to Lennox Lewis for any number of things. Yep, I agree. They might, for instance, want to know how to throw the left jab and following with a booming. Okay. Right cross. Yep. Okay. What else? Okay, it says here, Lewis, a man who knows all about timing, is one of these people. Okay, so this is a quote, right? When a guy retires, it's really down to him, he told Sky Sports. He's got to feel that push that he wants to retire. But he, referring to Usyk, can teach a lot of young boxers a lot of different things: dedication, hard work, sacrifice, because he's been through that. I would say to him, retire at your own time, but retire on top like I did. This is what I love about Lennox the Lion Lewis. He's so honest. Like a lot of people in boxing, and quite a few legends, to be honest with you, are fake. Well, okay, let me pump the brakes here, right? Like, okay, not necessarily like they have been like enthralled in the whole boxing hoopla. You know, they say A today, and tomorrow they're saying B. Is what I'm saying. Lennox will give you a straight answer. He's a straight shooter, and if I'm Usyk, listen to him. Because to be honest with you, I thought Usyk should have retired after the first Tyson Fury fight. The second one was a bonus, and then the second Dubois fight. I mean, ain't you like pushing your luck at this point, bro? Like, and I know you're you're an awesome fighter, obviously. Like if Bud Crawford doesn't exist, you're the de facto number one pound for pound fighter in the world. Okay. Um, but I don't want to see the sport retire you, bro. I don't want to see that. I don't want to see one of these young guns. I don't want to see Joseph Parker clip you. I don't want to see Moses Atama clip you. I don't want to see um whoever, Caballel, Ajit Caballel, clip you. I don't want to see that. I don't. Um so yeah, take the advice from Mr. Lennox the Lion Lewis, right? Um but we'll see, man. Maybe he'll continue dancing and I'm very feel and all the rest of it, right? Um, but yeah, especially when you're a legend, and the same thing for Bud Crawford and anybody else who reaches that point. At some point I'm gonna be saying the same thing about Naoya Inoue and God knows who else. So just Ty is not a believer. It says Joseph Parker clip. Hell nah. Okay, well, okay. If not, maybe not Parker, but one of the could be Moses Itama, could be Ajit. Ajit Caballel is the one I'm really worried about, if I'm gonna be honest with you, because I don't think Moses is there right now. But Ajit Caballel, bro, the real body snatcher, you know, yeah, that's who worries me the most. To be quite honest with you. Now Usyk might go out there and clean him, right? But mm, I don't know. I don't know. I think he can keep up with him. I think he's not gonna get tired. Yeah, he can put Usyk in all sorts of deep shit. Um, I don't know what Usyk is doing. Aside from dancing, I don't know what he's doing. So, and he doesn't need to do anything, if you ask me. So, um, I think that's about it, right? Like, I think that's about it. Oh, hang on a second. It says Diego Pacheco and Tito Mercado return December 13 in California. Ooh, la la. What? Okay. That will be on the West Coast, and it will be another big card. Said Eddie Hearn. Pacheco will fight on that card. There will be some World Championship fights on there, and some of our other top talent. We're ending the year very strong. You see our best schedule ever, starting in 2026. Okay. Um, as source informed. Okay, this will be either LA or Los Angeles or Stockton as the location in Cali. And what else we got here? Also, Pacheco's 24 and 0 with 18 KOs, and has fought twice since scoring a unanimous decision against so-called Nelson in January, and in a UD against Trevor McCombie in July. Also said to be okay. So apparently they don't have an opponent right now. Okay, for Pacheco. Also set to be featured on the card is Ernesto Tito Mercado, 23-year-old knockout artist from Pomona, California, 17-0, 16 KOs. He told the ring that he's prepared to fight on this card against an opponent still to be determined. Okay, so both opponents are still to be determined. Previous fight for Diego Pacheco was Trevor McCombie, obviously, and the previous fight for Ernesto Tito Mercado was my boy Jose Sniper Pedraza, or what was left of him. You know, God bless him, of course, but yeah, that wasn't prime Pedraza, not even close. Good news for Mercado, but that's okay. You'll get found out, buddy. His trash talking is interesting, though. I will say that much about Mr. Mercado. What else we got here? Promoter news. Okay, that's about it. Ooh, hold on. We got some other news here. David Morrell versus Callum Smith in the works for early 2020. You see, now we're talking. Now we are talking. David Morrell versus Callum Smith? It's on the works for early 2026. Okay, what else we got? I talked to Turkey Al Ashiga was staging the fight as part of the Saudi card in early 2026. We pretty much agreed to that. Pretty much. What does that mean? You agree or not? Anyway, we pretty much agreed to that, and I think you'll see it hopefully land there. It's a tremendous fight, a brilliant fight. Yeah. I agree. I agree. Callum Smith, 31-2 with 22 knockouts, was a finalist to land a date against David Benavides, but Anthony Yarde, yeah, we know that. Ultimately got the assignment. Smith last fought in February against Joshua. That Callum Smith versus Joshua Buatsi fight, fellas, if you haven't seen that one, go and watch it. You won't be disappointed, I promise. Morrell, 12-1, 9 KOs, had a rocky. Yeah, you think? You think Morrell had a rocky year? You think? The 27-year-old Cuban southpaw was fortunate to, yeah, he was very fortunate to sneak away with a split decision win against Imam Kataev in July, in which he got put on his ass, right? He got dropped after clowning around endlessly in the freaking ring. Okay. I'm not gonna hold the Benavides fight too much against them. This one I do, and I know Kataev popped 30. I know this. But come on, man. You got to do better than that because I was such a fan. And I say was because that's the operative word. Now, does that mean that you can get me back? Yeah, sure. But you got to show me something. Well, hopefully this happens. This will be another good test for Mr. Morrell. I think Morrell got him. But he got to watch his ass, bro. You can't be clowning around. This guy's got a left hook from hell, okay? Callum Smith got a dude, knocked the dude out. Lenin Castillo, I think was his name, and which was convulsing in the ring. Okay, he ain't no joke. Okay, he got 2 losses, and that's to Canelo and Artur Beterbiev. Okay, so he didn't lose against me. Okay, he didn't do that. Okay, so and the same for you. You got a loss to David Benavides. I mean, who's gonna hold that against you? Come on, man. What the heck? Anyway, is there anything else? Man, so right now I don't see anything else. It says here Andrew Maloney is gonna IBF elevates Andrew Maloney to junior bantamweight mandatory challenge. Okay, so he will get the winner of Wilibaldo Garcia and Kenshiro Teraji. They'll fight on this. Oh yeah, on that card of Inoue Picasso and Nakatani and Sebastian Hernandez. Yeah, they're gonna be on that card, and whoever wins gets Andrew Maloney. Okay. Good stuff. Mr. Maloney still in the mix, still in the picture. Good to see you still fighting after that Nakatani KO, obviously. It says here Shaki Foster. Oh, Ty, you're not gonna like this. It says here Shaki Foster promises to dominate Stephen Fulton. I mean, what else is he supposed to say, right? And you know what? I don't know. I'm gonna. I'm starting to lean with Cool Boy. I'm not gonna lie, but I'm I don't know, man. It's a tough ass fight. This is a tough ass fight. Um, ranking schedule. I don't know what else we got here. Videos. No, that's not it. Okay, well, it seems that that's a wrap. That is the news, the latest news from boxing. Hmm? Oh, it also says here Manny Pacquiao return being eyed for January on Amazon Prime. Okay, so I mean, we'll see. Maybe they separate themselves from that Roach Pitbull and what's the other one? Janibek and Lara card. Maybe I don't know. We'll see. We'll see what happens. Nevertheless, I got a bad feeling. I think Rolly's gonna mollywop him. I don't think Pacquiao. I don't know why the heck he's there, unless he's like broke or something, which is horrible, obviously. I mean, this guy is such a legend. Whatever you feel about him, right? And taking, not taking test or whatever. Um, I don't know. Says here Richard Torres wants a big fight in the UK. I want to fight Itama. Oh man, I don't know about that, buddy. Terra Moana Jr. also says me and Itama is an awesome fight. Erickson Lumen explains why his fight with Virgil will be unforgettable. I can believe that. I can believe that. Erickson Lumines already gave us a couple of unforgettable fights, especially the Fundora one. Um, well, that's about it. We got up to 20. Um, we got up to 20. Our third group of 20, right? And we're up to 60 of the eventual top 100 most ferocious boxing knockouts. Hmm? Um, we also discussed some boxing news. One of the biggest boxing news is Mr. Raymond Murataya fighting Andy Cruz. This is negotiation stage, okay? So let's not, let's not get too, let's not pop the bottles yet, right? Um, but I mean, hell, I mean, it's a start, right? So, without further ado, I appreciate a special appreciation to my brother Ty Morissette, TSO Bodega Ty, for joining, and my sister, my dear sister Smuchi, for joining as well. Um, let's see. Let me just highlight. Yeah, there it is. Your Ty with your and Smuchi. Hey, irony. Saying hi. God bless you both. I appreciate you all joining me. I will be back. I don't know. I don't know if it's gonna be tomorrow, Saturday, or Sunday. It could be Monday. Okay, I could be back on Monday as I continue to figure the uh, StreamYard deal and everything else. So, nevertheless, thank you all for joining and watching. Please hit the subscribe and like. Okay, how do you? Where's this? Okay, there we go. Okay, like and subscribe, and I hope you'll have a great weekend. Okay, enjoy yourselves. Like I said, I'm going to be in the Discord later if anybody feels like talking about anything. Okay. Um, again, here is, let me just highlight the Discord channel link. All right, so I will wrap it up. Um, next time, we're coming with our fourth group of 20. We'll round it up to 80 ferocious knockouts as we make our way to 100, and we're also obviously going to talk a lot about upcoming fights and news and whatever the case may be. So, and we're going to go deeper into the Sufa boxing crap. Okay, we're going to go deeper into the Sufa boxing crap. um all right, like I said, everybody have a great day, great weekend. God bless you all, and we'll see you next time. Peace.